Does Toyota oil actually matter, or are you paying extra for the same stuff? We bought Toyota genuine motor oil plus Mobil 1, Pennzoil and Valvoline with our own money and ran them through brutal testing, thermal breakdown tests, wear protection analysis, independent lab results. Plus, we discovered who actually manufactures Toyota oil, and the answer will surprise you. Here's what Toyota doesn't want you to know. ExxonMobil makes Toyota genuine motor oil at their Baton Rouge, Louisiana facility, which happens to be the exact same plant that produces Mobil 1. We didn't just guess at this. We confirmed it by requesting the safety data sheet from Toyota and cross-referencing the formulation codes with EPA filings. The document clearly shows manufactured by ExxonMobil with the Baton Rouge facility code right there in black and white. But here's where it gets really interesting. In Europe, Shell produces Toyota oil. In Asia Pacific, Idemitsu Kosan makes it. Today we're testing the North American version, which means we're essentially comparing ExxonMobil oil against ExxonMobil oil. So the real question becomes this. Are you paying $8.99 per quart for Toyota oil when Mobil 1 costs $7.49 and comes from the same factory? Let's find out. We're running 5 brutal tests to get the answer. Thermal breakdown at 410 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours straight. 4-ball wear testing under extreme pressure that would destroy lesser oils. Cold flow performance at -40 degrees to simulate Canadian winters. Independent lab analysis of additive packages by professional chemists. And a cost per performance breakdown to see which oil delivers the best bang for your buck. I bought all 4 oils at retail price. Toyota Genuine 0W20 at $8.99 per quart, Mobil 1 Advanced at $7.49, Pennzoil Platinum at $6.99, and Valvoline Advanced at $6.49. All claim API SP certification and full synthetic protection, but we'll see who's telling the truth. Our first test focuses on thermal stability, which matters because your engine oil reaches temperatures that would literally cook an egg. I'm measuring exactly 200 grams of each oil into identical containers and heating them to 410 degrees Fahrenheit for 2 hours. This simulates what happens inside your engine during extreme driving conditions like towing or racing. Every 10 minutes, I rotate the containers to ensure even heat exposure because we want fair results, not skewed data. After 2 hours of this punishment, we'll weigh them again. Less evaporation means better oil that won't disappear when your engine gets hot. The results tell an interesting story. Pennzoil Platinum lost only 7.7 grams, which equals 3.85% evaporation. Mobil 1 lost 8.5 grams. Toyota Oil lost 8.8 grams. Valvoline performed worst, losing 9.2 grams of its original weight. Pennzoil wins round 1 decisively. Its GTL base oil technology from Shell's gas-to-liquid conversion process clearly makes a measurable difference. Toyota Oil finished 3rd, losing 13% more oil than Pennzoil under identical conditions. Now for the 4-ball wear test, but here's the twist. We're using the heated oil from the previous test because real engines don't use fresh oil forever. This simulates what your oil actually looks like after thousands of miles. I'm coating steel balls with each oil, then running them under 40 kilograms of pressure at 1,200 revolutions per minute for 60 minutes. The rotating ball creates intense friction against 3 stationary balls. Smaller wear scars mean better protection for your engine's moving parts. After 60 minutes of this mechanical torture, I measure the wear scar diameter using precision calipers under a microscope. This is where the rubber meets the road for engine protection. The results reveal something fascinating. Toyota Oil produced a 0.52 millimeter wear scar. Mobil 1 also produced 0.52 millimeters, exactly the same measurement. Pennzoil created the smallest scar at 0.48 millimeters. Valvoline showed the most wear at 0.55 millimeters. Toyota and Mobil 1 tied for 2nd place with identical performance. This makes perfect sense when you remember they're both made by ExxonMobil with similar additive packages. Pennzoil wins again with 7.7% better wear protection than Toyota Oil. The cold temperature test separates good oils from great ones. All oils go into a freezer at -40 degrees Fahrenheit for 12 hours. Then I test flow speed on a 30-degree ramp. Faster flow means better engine protection during those brutal winter mornings when your engine needs lubrication immediately. Testing fresh oil first, Pennzoil flows in 12.3 seconds. Mobil 1 takes 12.7 seconds. Toyota oil needs 12.9 seconds. Valvoline is slowest at 13.4 seconds. But here's the real test that most people never consider. What happens with heated oil that's been through thermal stress? Using the oil from our thermal breakdown test gives us realistic performance data. The heated oil results tell a different story. Pennzoil flows in 13.8 seconds, which is only 12.2% slower than fresh oil. Toyota oil takes 14.7 seconds. That's 14% slower than when it was new. Mobil 1 needs 14.5 seconds. Valvoline struggles at 15.9 seconds. Pennzoil dominates cold weather performance, both fresh and after heat exposure. Toyota oil barely trails Mobil 1 by just 0.2 of a second, confirming they're essentially the same formulation. Professional verification matters, so I sent samples to Blackstone laboratories for complete chemical analysis. These are the same people who analyze oil for NASCAR teams and industrial machinery. The results confirm exactly what we suspected. Looking at additive package composition, the numbers are revealing. Toyota oil contains 880 parts per million zinc, 790 parts per million phosphorus, and 85 parts per million molybdenum. Mobil 1 contains 850 parts per million zinc, 780 parts per million phosphorus, and 90 parts per million molybdenum. Toyota and Mobil 1 additive levels differ by less than 5%. They're essentially the same oil with minor formulation tweaks that probably come down to different production batches rather than intentional differences. Total base number measures how well oil neutralizes acids from combustion. Pennzoil scored 8.9 TBN, which is excellent. Mobil 1 scored 8.3 TBN. Toyota came in at 8.2 TBN. Valvoline managed 7.8 TBN. Viscosity index shows how well oil resists thinning when hot. Pennzoil achieved 175, which is outstanding. Toyota scored 168. Mobil 1 got 167. Valvoline managed 162. The lab analysis confirms Pennzoil's superior performance across multiple critical metrics. Toyota oil slightly outperforms Mobil 1-inch viscosity index, but we're talking about differences so small they're within normal manufacturing variation. Here's what dealerships don't want you to discover. I called 10 Toyota dealerships across 5 different states, pretending to be a regular customer asking what oil they use for standard oil change services. The results shocked me. Only 30% use Toyota genuine motor oil. That means 70% use bulk aftermarket oil, including Valvoline, Pennzoil, Mobil 1, and even Kendall GT, one that you've probably never heard of. Most dealerships don't volunteer which oil they're actually using unless you specifically ask, and even then, some service advisors seemed uncomfortable discussing it. I dug into Toyota's warranty documentation to understand why this matters. It only requires oil meeting API certification and SAE viscosity grade. Since all our tested oils meet API SP, dealerships satisfy warranty requirements with any of them. This means you might be paying premium prices for Toyota oil service, but actually getting bulk Valvoline that costs dealerships $3 per quart less than Toyota Genuine. The profit margins on this practice are substantial. Let's crunch the numbers on performance rankings across all tests. Pennzoil achieved a first-place average, winning 4 out of 5 individual tests. Mobil 1 managed a 2.1 average finish. Toyota came in at 2.6 average finish. Valvoline finished dead last with a 4th-place average. For value calculation, I divided performance by price to see which oil delivers the most protection per dollar spent. Mobil 1 offers the best value at $7.49 with consistently strong performance. Toyota oil provides the worst value at $8.99 for nearly identical performance to Mobil 1. Pennzoil delivers the best absolute performance but at premium pricing. Valvoline costs the least but finished last in every single test. Here's the bottom line. You're paying $1.50 extra per quart for Toyota oil that performs virtually identical to Mobil 1. Over a typical 5-quart oil change, that's $7.50 more for the same ExxonMobil formulation with different packaging. After all this testing, here's what the data tells us. Performance winner goes to Pennzoil Platinum. It dominated thermal stability, wear protection, cold flow, and lab analysis. If you want the absolute best protection, regardless of cost, Pennzoil delivered measurable superiority. Value winner belongs to Mobil Advanced. Nearly identical performance to Toyota oil for $1.50 less per quart. Since ExxonMobil makes both oils at the same facility, you're essentially buying the same product without paying the Toyota markup. Toyota oil verdict is straightforward. Solid performance, but terrible value proposition. The 2.6 average finish proves it's good oil that will protect your engine. It's just not worth the premium pricing when identical alternatives cost less. When should you use Toyota oil? Your vehicle is under warranty and you want simplified warranty claims. Some service advisors might create hassles about aftermarket oil, even though it's completely legal and meets all requirements. When should you use Mobil One? You want equivalent performance while keeping more money in your pocket. Same manufacturer, same facility, nearly identical additive package, lower price. When should you use Pennzoil? You demand maximum protection and cost isn't your primary concern. The GTL base oil technology provides real-world performance advantages that our testing confirmed. When should you use Valvoline? Budget constraints override performance concerns. It meets minimum API standards but finished last in every test we conducted. To answer our original question directly, ExxonMobil makes Toyota genuine motor oil at their Baton Rouge, Louisiana refinery. You're not getting special Toyota oil, you're getting ExxonMobil oil with Toyota branding at a 20% price premium. The testing proves Toyota oil works fine for protecting your engine, but Mobil One works just as well for less money, and Pennzoil actually works better for only slightly more cost. Your choice should depend on your priorities: performance, value, or brand loyalty. At least now you know exactly what you're buying. Next video investigates who makes O'Reilly's oil and whether it's actually different from Toyota oil. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our manufacturing investigations, where we test what companies claim versus what they actually deliver. The results might change how you think about brand loyalty forever.